It's exciting. I mean, I don't know if you've had a chance yet to like stand next to horses galloping in the morning. It's
no.
It is amazing. If you get a chance, I'm assuming you're in LA.
What was that?
Are you in LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA.
Okay.
I'm actually at the Warner Brothers studio right by the Equestrian Center.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Very cool.
Oh, geez, don't tell these two that.
We'll be there. Her. My sister lives in... yeah, no kidding, right? My sister lives in Woodland Hills, so not too terribly far. But
my boss lives in Woodland Hills, too.
Oh, nice. Well, if you get a chance, you should really go down to, what's running right now? Is it Santa Anita or Hollywood?
Oh, no. You're at the...
Del Mar.
Del Mar's right now. Yeah.
Del Mar's killer. Like,
you ever been there?
No.
Oh, God.
But it's like, I'm in, what, Burbank, Studio City? You know that's like a 4 hour.
Oh, yeah, it's a bad 4 hours,
yeah, she's got a long drive then.
Well, you need to get the opportunity to come stand next to the horses galloping in the morning. It's like, you get this like excitement rush thing because they're like pounding the ground and you can feel it like rumble and it's just like, ooh, I never get sick of it.
The early morning coming up, like she said.
Oh, it's so fun. I can't get enough of it. It's kind of ridiculous.
I still follow that cup of coffee everywhere I go. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. You know what I mean?
All right, guys, let's talk about this. Okay. Is the camera running, Brandon?
Yes, it is.
Okay, we only have a couple more minutes, guys.
Okay.
Let's talk to you two, Jennifer and Brandon. You know, you both have experience and kind of grew up around horses or, you know, learned to love them type of thing. So tell me, what's it like being new to the whole horse racing partnership world?
That's a bit unnerving sometimes. You asked a question earlier, what fostered the relationship between us in the horse racing aspect of it. And it's Kenny and Katie's calmness about the whole situation. I mean, you see a very chaotic situation coming in just as a fresh person. There's people running or going every which direction, going to these betting things, and like, what in the world? And there's horses coming in, going out, other horses sitting still, horses going nuts over here, horses chewing their tongue over here, and it's just chaos. But then you have a thread of calm through it all, and
there they are.
To talk to Kenny as you see this chaos, and he's just kind of looking past everything, like, look at that horse right there. Here's why I like that horse. And he's very specific about what he's seeing in the horse, very educated, and builds a lot of confidence. And no, I didn't necessarily hop on board initially, but you see it over and over and over again, and you start to kind of get the feel for, I understand what he's looking at in a very shallow aspect. He has incredibly depth in his knowledge, but to be able to see his confidence in it and see it pan out and play out, it builds confidence and excitement for us as well. And so now we're able to participate in it because we're no longer newlyweds. We can actually afford to take part in it and actually have a little bit of fun with being a part owner in a horse or participating in a race, and we're really excited about that. So that also kind of moves our whole horse passion to the next level, and it's always been kind of a romantic thing anyway to be part owner in a racehorse, you know.
I'm the first guy never to hand him the reins and a pitchfork instead, is what he's saying.
That's right.
He just
Jennifer, kind of tell me about how you feel about the upcoming season. Then, I know it sounds like Brandon's excited, but there's still a little bit of trepidation because it is new, right?
Oh, it's totally new. Yeah, it's exciting.
Not as new for her. She was in the industry. It's new for me.
It's exciting, but it's new. It's a whole different, aspect of it. Now we get to just watch the pony run, and that's just amazing. And Katie and Kenny keep us up to date on what's going on. It's really cool. It's very cool.
Katie, what made you ask, aside from you guys all being friends
Sure.
and having your, your girls be friends and stuff like that. Why did you think Brandon and Jennifer would make good horse partners?
You know, it was kind of an ease of the relationship that, you know, they loved horses too. And, you know, at this point, marketing's kind of my thing. And I thought, you know what? It would be fun to be able to have friends in on a partnership like this, that we could make it smooth freely, you know, and, you know, easily define how things would work and, you know, work together easily. I knew that they would be easy to work with, and, you know, there's not drama. I'm aiming for, I don't know if that's a problem for the show to not have drama or not, but we aim for not drama. I am, you know, the first person to say no drama. I mean, you go down to the racetrack and it's chaos sometimes, and we call it, like, the gossip factory we call it as the hot walker turns, because it is exactly that. It's ridiculous. So there are a lot of people that I'm friends with that I would never, you know, say, why don't we be partners on, you know, this racehorse? Wouldn't that be something? Because it's not, you know, the ease of the relationship and knowing, you know, that they don't know a whole lot about the racing industry, but they're excited about it. They're passionate, you know, is coming out to come watch the races. Yeah. And, you know, they're great to be around. And it's an ease of the relationship that made me think, maybe we can make this work. You know, I think that it would be a good partnership. So, you know, I'm being very picky. I mean, I'd love to have 50,000 clients and, you know, be able to sit and, you know, watch my groom do all the work. A
bankroll that was unstoppable would be nice.
I mean, and at this point, we are...
Just little things like that.
Yeah, we're the grooms, we're the trainers, we're the owners, and we work together. We don't have a huge barn where we can afford to have 3 grooms working on everybody.
It's a family thing.
It is. It's a family thing. And to have people that, you know, are like-minded and are not going to start something and jump from trainer to trainer to trainer, that's kind of nice too. You know, because you know, we've had clients that just, you know, will say, oh, well, you won't run my horse as often as I want it to run. And, you know, we may not want to run it because the horse shouldn't run.
Just recently, actually.
Yeah, we just had that experience. And, you know, I know they have faith in, you know, what we're trying to do, too. So that's great, too. And I know, you know, it's handy, too. They have property. If the horse, you know, needs a break, he can come home and hang out. You know, we have a little bit of property, too. But, I mean, it's nice to just have a workable situation.
Our place is like this filly. After she run, I'll probably go get her tomorrow or the next day, take her home for 5 or 6 days, bring the other horse in. He can spend a week down there ponying the other horse or whatever, and rotate them in and out a little bit. They get a little of the real horse life and a little bit of the work too. That's their job to be in there, you know.
I thought of another part of the partnership. If I needed to call Jen and say, I really don't feel like cleaning a stall today, I think she would come on board and help me out. That's another nice thing. And her being, you know, having the horse knowledge that she has is also great, because I could have her come down, say the horse is colicky, God forbid, one night. I know I could call her up and say, hey, this is what's going on, and she'd come sit with me and hang out with me, and we could take care of this horse together.
Absolutely.
So that's also a really nice aspect of...
And yet... we wouldn't turn each. I don't think personally. If the same thing was going on here, I'd just hang out with Brian. You know, or Brandon. I'm sorry.
We're good friends.
But but I mean, at the same time, well, they were out the barn watching the horse. We might be in here watching a movie with the kids or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like one of us are gonna say, I don't want to go over there.
It's an easy relationship, and it flows, and it's nice that way.
Let's go do pony club. Okay, let's go do horse racing. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go for a horse.
You can tell we're...
last question, because you guys actually answered 2 of my last questions right there. So I've got one more. What are you guys nervous about as far as, you know, what's at risk here if the horse doesn't do well, if you don't have a good racing season?
Get another No.
Well, there's always the risk of a horse getting injured, or the horse not wanting to do the job, or the horse needing 6 months off, or whatever. And for me, it's always a risk with horses. If horses were a sure thing, if horse racing was a sure thing, it wouldn't be a sport and we'd all be rich, you know? So there's always that risk, but that's kind of exciting. There's the risk of making money and being really successful. There's the risk of not making any money and having to say, well, what are we going to do tomorrow? Yeah. And I know that, you know, if he doesn't decide to be a super racehorse, I'll make him into another career. We'll find him a great home, and we'll find our next new horse who wants to do the job.
The risk is pretty low.
With this particular horse, that's kind of why we're excited about him.
I mean, the experience I've had is good because I will stop on a horse before the injury cures. Like a lot of people, I shouldn't put it like this, especially on film probably, but they x-ray them after they get hurt. I like x-ray them before. Say that horse looks a little off going down the road, I got to spend the $200 to x-ray him. You know what I mean?
Which is also a risk because your money's going out in that direction, but we'd rather take that risk than a horse breaking down on the racetrack and having to be euthanized, because that's heartbreaking.
Sometimes it's something simple where you can just give them
the time.
Yeah, a place to live for 6 months and bring them back if they're young. So when we go pick up a $1,000 horse that they've been running for $5,000, if they need 6 months and they're not going to withstand what we're doing, that's what happens. Or we take them, get them a good home for what we paid for them. You know?
And you know, we do end up spending sometimes more than we make.
The risk is pretty low, actually. We've worked enough angles to where the money part isn't a high risk anymore, really.
Because we always know we can get them a home after.
The friendship would be the greatest loss if this partnership didn't work out.
Yeah, that would be. But I don't feel, I'm not concerned about that because
I don't think it happened. It wouldn't. I just
we're friends.
It wouldn't happen.
Well, the neat thing about this is, if you have any type of a hobby you get into, let's say you're into skeet shooting,
right?
Well, you're going to spend a lot of money on shotgun shells,
right?
If you're into motorcycle racing, you're going to spend money on tires.
Not to mention the bike you bought.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And the repairs, because some guy put his handlebars through your fairing. Or
simple little things like that.
Or gas, or all the stuff in the pits you got to maintain. Rebuilding the bike. Anything you do like this is going to have some money involved if you're going to have fun.
Yeah.
And so this is a great avenue to have fun with.
Yeah.
And if we make money with it, awesome. If we don't, awesome. We had fun.
True.
It's
true.
It's not throwing money away if you're having fun.
If the horse breaks even and we have, even if they just make enough to take all the family out for fun somewhere, the Bullwinkles or miniature golf and hamburgers.
Hey, last night we ran fourth. And we went to Mars Meadows, this really yummy Chinese place on the front side of the racetrack. Whenever we run well and make some money, it's like, we don't care if we made $50 or $5,000. It's like, going to that Chinese restaurant. That's what we do.
I almost had him talked into Denny's, but it didn't.
No, not Denny's. We ran too well for Denny's.
Awesome. All right, great job, guys. Great job. Brandon, you can go ahead and turn off the camera. All right, cool. Good job, everybody. You guys are super fun.
Thanks.
So are you.
I try. So you